Did you hear that little beep whenever she touched it?
Yep.
So basically what it does is it senses static electricity. And because you touched it, you now, whenever you try to touch it again, you don't have enough static.
I don't
because you've discharged. So that basically senses static electricity. That's what it does. So it can sense things moving towards it, that sort of stuff. So there is something that I personally find kind of fun. This guy. This guy combines the NIM master there, static electricity guy, with the electromagnetic field guy. So this senses both static electricity and the EMF fields as well. So this, for whatever reason, somebody lost the battery cover. So if the battery falls off during the night, let me know. If you can't figure out how to put it in, I can put it in.
Okay.
So the on and off switch is there. Turn it on, set it down. It's ready to rock and roll. So it will actually show you the direction in which something's coming in.
Okay.
And as something gets closer, 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 more light up, and that sort of stuff. So it's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, pretty cool the way it works. So you guys know what these are?
Yeah, we had them last night.
Okay. You can use these tonight as well.
Thank you.
I like to use them whenever I do paranormal investigations. I've done paranormal investigations for about 20. I was trying to figure it out the other day. I was somewhere between 22 and 25 years. I can't figure it out. But my thing that I used to do was I was the one that would clear out the energy after the investigations were done. So, but the way I like to use this is I like to go in and kind of find where the electromagnetic field is. So, sometimes electromagnetic fields can make you feel wonky, can make you feel strange, and so you can kind of use this to find out where that's at. So your phone will set it off, but if your phone is in your pocket, it won't set it off. So don't worry about that. Also, if you've got a smartwatch on, it won't set it off either. So you don't have to worry about that. So this is also a REM pod. It's just a cooler looking version of a REM pod. So it does the same thing.
It's the same thing.
It's just more fun. So anyway, there's that guy.
He's there. He's interested in that.
Good. So then we have our spirit box. So I know you guys, if you've watched any of the paranormal investigations on TV, you've seen these. They're a radio that can flip through the stations very quickly. You can make your own, although I have not ever figured out how.
Yep, I just heard something.
I did too.
Hi.
And we actually audibly heard that.
Yes, we did.
Hi, anybody there?
I heard it again.
I heard it again.
Almost sounded like a cry.
I was going to ask if you had a cat in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So basically right now it's just scanning through the stations. And it really needs to be on FM. FM.
Is it normal to feel like I'm being crushed?
Somebody could be trying to show you something. Like, for example, whenever I get psychic impressions, I have a feeling of like sometimes they'll show me or make me feel how they died. And
my
so
head
they...
and my neck.
Huh.
And the upper back.
That's interesting.
I'm feeling like there's a weight on me.
Huh. Okay.
And I don't claim to have any type of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So this right here is flipping through the stations. And so what you're listening for is you're listening for something that will come in over the static. You'll hear a voice. And that is the spirits talking. So this is fun to play with, especially like in the portal room here in a little bit. But we also have another device that I'll show you in a minute that kind of trumps this one. And we'll get there in a minute. But I'll turn that back on in a little bit and show you, and y'all can use that. This here is a ghost pump. It basically produces electromagnetic fields, and it helps give the spirits something to manifest off of. So instead of them draining your battery, yeah, I know. So instead of them draining your battery and that sort of stuff, this is giving them something more to pull from.
Oh, smart. Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and
smart.
have that on and have it sitting there. We can move it anywhere in the house that we want, and especially whenever we're trying to excite the activity, that's what it's there for. These guys, I have mixed emotions. I've been using them for quite a bit, but I still have very mixed emotions on them. I thought I liked them. I kind of think of them as like a high-tech Ouija board, meaning it has a dictionary in it of, I think, 500,000 words or something like that. And you're able to use it by sitting with it, talking, and asking them questions, and then they're able to use their electromagnetic field to be able to produce those words. Used to be called the Ovilus. If you've ever watched any of the ghost shows, the Ovilus is basically dead and gone. The pandemic took them out. We own the rights now to the Ovilus, and we've named it Polterscript.
Oh.
Polterscript. That's what these are. These are Polterscripts. And whenever I press the library button, you can also do alphabet if you want to. I don't know why in God's name you'd want to do
I
alphabet.
got something right here, don't I?
Yeah. Unless it's picking up your phone, move your phone. No, it's still picking up something.
Yeah.
Is there anyone here that wants to talk?
My name is Kathy. I'd love to talk.
So I get mixed, a mixed bag with these guys. They either like want to talk all the time and just ramble, or they absolutely say nothing. So there's those
Oh,
guys.
thank you.
And the power buttons are on the side, so feel free to turn them off, turn them on at your leisure. Don't feel like you have to have them on at all times. So I'm going to show you one of my favorite things. This is a dead bell. So the idea is that anybody would know how to ring this. Okay, it's your yeah, you got excited there, didn't you? Tommy loves the dead bell. So what you do, I'm going to turn it on. I have it sensitivity kind of over here, where it's not really low, but it's not really high either. And then you just set it in the room, and I'd say stuff like, if there's someone here who wants to talk to me, please ring the bell.
If there's somebody here that would like to talk to me, ring the bell. Can you ring that bell over there? That silver thing? That would be awesome.
The way this works is in the bottom of it, it has a magnetometer, which is like a compass.
Okay.
And so the compass can be manipulated to move, and that causes it to go off. So that's the way that works. Then this guy here, another one of my favorite devices.
Shaped like a coffin.
Yep,
It
is
is.
shaped like a coffin. So at the toe of the coffin, this is the important part. So right here is a sensor. It's a short length sensor. Just like, thank you.
Thank you.
You scared me.
You scared her, but thank you. So right here is a short length sensor, basically. So whenever you want to use it, you set it down, point the sensor in the area where you want to sense. So like if I wanted to see if something was going to walk by here towards me, I would set it at the end of the table, turn it on, the light's going to turn on, and then it's going to play a little bit of its creepy music, and then it stops. So now it's calibrated. So if something walks in front of it, it'll play the music.
Okay.
So it's great for like sitting in a chair across a doorway, something like that. So if something walks in front of it, it senses it. The thing about this one is, and I always make sure I tell people who are in here investigating, once you set it down and it has calibrated, if you pick it up and you move with it, it's going to keep playing music because it's picking up everything around you. Okay?
So you have to calibrate it
So
and then
turn
just
it
let
off,
fade.
put it where you want it, turn it on. If you want to move it somewhere else, turn it off,
Okay.
put it where you want to put it, we'll let it calibrate again. Okay? We do have our fancy smancy cat ball.
I've seen those.
So that's a lot of fun. I've actually had it sitting there before and it just like fly off the table. I've had it, thank you.
I saw that one coming.
Yeah. I've had it just sitting, like I've been sitting here before, just like between tours and that sort of stuff, and all of a sudden it'll just light up. I've had some fun stuff like that happen with it. There is a kitty cat here. You might feel her, I think, rub against your legs. I've seen her numerous times, and also she comes here because of that cross. And I'll tell you the story of the cross real quick. The cross was here in St. Augustine. There was a curiosity shop, I guess you would call it,
Oh, yeah.
called Wolf's. And Wolf's, it's closed down. And it had things in there like purses made out of human skin.
Oh, jeez.
It had letters from Charles Manson, John Wayne Gacy, had stuff like that. It had human remains that were, just like skulls and that sort of stuff. It was just a curiosity shop. And anyway, whenever Wolf's closed, some people bought the cross from Wolf's. It's made out of cowhide and silver, brads basically around it. So whenever they bought it, they took it to a place in New York. They hung that in a church in New York, not the city, but in New York, and the church ended up burning down. The church also had an animal shelter attached to it. All the animals died as well. The cross, though, was of course the only thing remaining. Right there in front of it tells us the whole entire story that I'm telling you right now.
Is that the cross?
So the cross was shifted around to different people. Bad things started happening to them, to their animals especially, that sort of stuff. And so the people who owned it said, no, I think it needs to go back to St. Augustine. So they reached out to Ghost Augustine, and they said, would you take the cross? So we took it, and there's where it lives. So cursed? Yeah, I don't know. But I will say that the spirit of the cat, and there's some people say that there's other animals here too. I've never experienced them. I've only experienced the cat.
He's such a stinker.
Yep.
He's cracking me up.
So,
Wow.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Can I take a picture of that?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I will tell you about this. This is a camera. Surprise. Straight up and down is the way you record. This is your viewing screen. That is your power button. To record, you press here. Thank you. And I feel like whenever this thing goes off, it's a confirmation. It's the way it kind of feels to me a lot of times. But this is so like if you feel like you're getting spirit activity and you want to record. What does it do?
I don't see anything when I look in the SLS though.
Can't help you there.
But so this is a great way to catch like orbs and things like that. So if you want to try to record something, press record, press the button again to stop. Okay? It's pretty plain and simple.
How do you, so what would you expect to catch on something
So
like that?
orbs a lot of times show up on cameras, and here in a little bit I'll even I'm not even going to take y'all up there and show y'all, but up there in the kitchen there is a camera. There's a screen
Mm-hmm.
that has every room being watched, and so like a lot of times you can see orbs fly through, and they're really good at catching orbs and spirit activity.
So we didn't get like the video package, but if we decided we wanted to purchase something
Yeah, you
after
can do
the
it
fact,
afterwards.
we can
if
do
you
that.
want
Okay.
to. Just reach out to Troy at the house.
Okay.
I mean, not at the house, at the
At
office.
the office. Okay.
And so let me take you guys into some of the rooms and tell you about what we know about the rooms.
Should we take any of the stuff with us or no?
No, not yet. So which way do y'all want to go? That way or that way? Pick.
Right.
He's playing with the ball.
Did it move?
He's playing with the
Oh,
ball.
yes, he is.
This here is also a little fun little toy. Yeah, it's a REM pod.
That's a REM pod?
Yeah.
Oh, oh, cool.
I'll change the battery in it so you can play with it. So anyway, this is what we call the portal room. We have had this door and that door open and closed, just to warn you. The reason why we call it the portal room is because there is a portal in this room. The portal is usually right here, but it likes to move. It kind of goes back and forth. I can see the portal, especially whenever all the lights are off in the house. The portal swirls. It moves. I can see it. It's
Really?
blacker than the blackness in the room.
And when do you see that?
If I turned off all the lights, you can see it inside.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Do you want to do that?
Well, once I get all the lights and stuff off, I'll.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this room, we have a dude. Well, he says he has never been in spirit in body form, which I believe in. I experienced him the first time I ever came in the house. He is what I call the Ancient One, and he's called himself that to other people. But he also has given us a name. His name is James. We call him James. James is an ancient spirit. I personally believe he is here because he's Native American. I believe that this portal right here behind me is here because of the Native Americans. I believe this was a sacred space. This was an opening for our souls to cross from this world to the next, and for them to come back from that side to this side. And I think that is the reason why this area was chosen to be a burial ground. That's what I think this is. That's me.
Okay.
I can't tell you this is the truth, but that's what I feel. James.
I've heard that before, though.
Mm-hmm. James is a protector. And yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I love you, James. I think it is.
Is that why I can't see him on the SLS? Because he didn't have a body.
Whenever he shows up, he'll show up almost like a spider. So whenever you have a human form, he'll show up with a stick figure form with all the little dots. He shows up. Sometimes he shows up as a deer. I've seen him show up as like a deer form, and I've seen him pull the little spider sun, where he will be all around all these little like different lines, and then he'll cross walk. And he is an ancient spirit. I asked him. I've asked him several times, "What are you? Were you worshipped? Were you a god? Were you a goddess? What were you?" And finally, the last time I talked to him and asked him those questions, he gave me 2 words. Elemental, so think fairy, gnome, that sort of stuff. And then he told me the word fire.
Oh, that's an
So I think he was an elemental, some way related to fire, and I'm still asking more to see if I can get more. So that's kind of fun. And I like him. I'm not scared of him. He's never done anything weird to anybody, but he is here, and he does like to mimic. So like sometimes he will take your voice and you'll hear it come through like the spirit boxes and that sort of stuff. He has also mimicked other people. Matter of fact, the other night when the hurricane was hitting, last Thursday night, Troy, our manager, I guess you could say, has a recording. He actually called me the next morning on Friday morning, and he said, "You've got to hear this." So, 11:37, I think it was. You can hear the front door open. You can hear Veronica, who was in here whenever y'all got in here. You can hear her talking. You can hear people with her. You can hear these people coming in the house like a herd of elephants. The video cameras have no movement in the house, nothing, but you can still hear it all happen
On the video.
on the video. So somebody asked, the ancient one asked James, "Was this you?" And he came across the portal, which you're going to get to hear the portal in just a second. There's two portals. This portal, and then there's the radio that we call the portal. He came through and he said, "Yes, me and one of my friends," is what he said.
Would that be water, earth,
I don't
air?
know. Or is it one of the spirits that live here?
Earth, wind, fire.
Yeah, they're going to start a band.
Yeah.
So yeah, so James is in here. Now James can be encountered anywhere in the house, but this is kind of like his home base, I guess you could say. So that's what's in here, the portal and James.
Okay.
In here,
There was somebody in that chair a little while ago.
so in here is one of my favorite spirits. I will warn you, so the guy that hangs out in here, he is a lot of fun. He loves to grab women on the bus. His name is Jack. Jack was what I got. Jack was a World War I or II person. He was in one of the two wars. Other people have gotten Civil War, and then even one person has gotten that he was a Vietnam veteran. But he was some type of veteran. Don't know for sure. World War I, II is what he's given. So he prides himself as a ladies' man. That is his whiskey there.
Oh,
That
really?
is here for him because he wanted whiskey, so we got him whiskey. Thank you.
Yes.
We like you, Jack. We hope that you'll play with us some tonight. So Jack, he unfortunately hung himself in his home in Michigan. That has come through what we call the portal. This is just like the spirit box. As a matter of fact, it has a spirit box hooked to it, flipping through the radio station. The cool thing about this little device, though, is that it filters out all that buzz and all that other stuff, and it only allows the pure voice to come through. We have gotten full, complete sentences out of it. The other night, something that was cool, the night of the hurricane, I was here doing a tour, and this mother and daughter booked the tour. They were from Mexico. They both spoke English, but everything coming through this portal, everything was Spanish.
Oh,
Jack?
really?
Jack, hear that? Jack, are you here? Hey, Jack, buddy, are you here? Yeah. Oh, how are you, buddy?
Hi, Jack. My name's Kathy.
to hang from the ceiling, right? We always say, "Hey Jack, how's it hanging?" Or are you hanging out with us tonight? Whenever it shows up on the SLS camera, he always shows up hanging from the ceiling, either here or there. Sometimes he will show himself hanging in the hallway. And the reason why we know that he is hanging is he's about that high off the ground and his head is slouched over. But he loves to show himself hanging. And I think it's because of the shock value of it. He likes the reactions of people. Jack is a funny little guy. And, I mean, we've not had anything bad happen with Jack other than the grabbing the butt. And I did get told the story, and I'll tell y'all because y'all be pretty cool. Jack, yeah. So, the guy that trained me whenever I took his position because he went back to college. He had these 3 strippers from Daytona Beach come up here one night doing this. They booked the entire tour. They wanted it just to themselves. So they got in here. They were messing around with Jack. Jack was very interactive that night, of course. And it's a big deal. And Jack, they'd been told about Jack and what he would do, and one girl said, "I wish Jack would fight Mike Booth." Well, the night continues, and all of a sudden, it's on that camera right there, all of a sudden, you see her go, "Ooh," like this right here. She pulls up her shirt, and right here on the side of her boob, where it meets the chest right here, she farted. Wow. She loved it.
You frisky little fella.
Yep. So that's Jack. Don't dare him, because he'll do it. So yeah, this is pretty cool. The best way I can tell you to play with a quarter box is to ask questions, and if you're both asking or whatever, ask the question, and then the second you hear them say something, repeat that word. And then that helps you both to decide what it was saying. Okay? 90% of the time, it's going to be pretty clear, but the other 10%, I feel like that would help. The other 10%, it's not very clear. So, just be aware of that. Yeah?
Yeah, there's somebody in my chair. And now Sheila's chair.
All right. So, I'm going to let y'all have it.
Oh, so it's up to us?
Yep.
Oh, cool. So can you show us the portal, like if I sit down and shut the lights out?
Yeah. Turn off the lights.
Okay. No, I probably need to sit down first because I've got a balance issue.
Go ahead. And then we'll let you get everything else. Oh, back here in this kitchen, we do have a spirit that hangs out in here.
Oh.
Her name is Colleen.
Colleen?
Colleen is very, very, very friendly. She, from what we have found from the history of the place, her story came through the portal, but then we confronted it. So between the end of the porch out here and that garage was a house. Colleen's house was there. Her house burned down, and she burned it down. Colleen, she is a very sweet spirit. She doesn't talk to men as much as she does women, and don't really know the story, the fullness of that story, but she does make her appearances sometimes. And whenever she does, she's very intelligent, talks a lot, and she'll tell you her story. So it's really fun to talk with Colleen.
What's going on, Jack?
Now let your eyes get adjusted.
Okay, let me sit down first. Because, like I said, I've got damage in ears and
Oh, you're good.
I'm very vision dependent.
Okay. Stop. What do you want us to stop? We're gonna try to look at the portal. Is that okay? Door.
It's our door?
Uh-huh. Okay. What did it say?
I didn't hear it. Oh, it is really pitch in here, isn't it?
Uh-huh. So,
So what?
what I suggest doing
Mhm.
is staring into the corner over there. As you stare in the corner, this is the way I do it. As you stare in the corner, just kind of relax your eyes. Have you ever been like looking at one of those like magic image books or something? Where
Yeah.
Okay.
So here?
Here? Awesome. Well, we're looking into the portal. Why don't you try to appear to us?
What?
What? I want you to appear to us. We're trying to see you.
Yes, we'd love to see you.
Yeah, we want to see you, dude.
Nope.
But if you look into the corner and you relax your eyes, you can see the swirl. I had another lady here that she described it as, instead of a swirl, she described it as like static. Like, almost like a TV screen.
Have you ever seen one of those lightning balls? And you touch it and it's lightning.
Uh-huh.
Appearing to like what I see.
Uh-huh. It almost pulsates. Yeah, we're here.
It's going counter. Is it going counter? Clockwise?
For me, it's going kind of like, you know those bottles that people put that mica powder in and then they put water and then they shake it and it's got all the clouds?
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it looks to me.
Can you see it? Not what you're seeing.
What are you seeing?
I don't want to say.
No, tell us. What are you seeing?
Kathy, you're screwing me here, baby. No, I'm saying, do you see like a swirl? Like, you see what I see? Not a swirl. Oh, okay.
What are you seeing?
You don't have to. Don't, and not unless you want to. I see a swirl. It almost looks like it's those lightning balls.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, and I know what you're talking about. I don't see this particular portal that way, but I see it as kind of like I said, it's like those bottles that people shake up with like the
Clouds in it.
yeah, like clouds in it.
And I see dark, kind of orby things that are popping out, popping in, popping out, popping in. That's what I see.
I've seen the orbs come in and out before.
I've not seen any. Oh, I see one. Oh, I just saw one.
There's like 4 of them.
On the right side, right?
So there's one on the right, and now 2 on the left, another one on the right. I think they know we can see it now.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. See, a lot of times we don't get people that see. We get people that feel, we get people that use the equipment and that sort of stuff. We don't get a lot of people that see and sense. And so that might
And there we have it, Kathy.
that might throw them off a little bit.
Yeah, I see dead people. I'll just spit it out right now.
Okay, I would say so.
I see them as saran wrap figures.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I knew you had a kid here, because they were short.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was actually sitting in the chair when I went in, and then when I went to sit down, he moved.
Yeah.
I thought he'd like it.
He's like, holy shit.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's exactly the problem. And see, there's one that's just right there hanging. Do you see the one on the left side, Kathy? Do you see what I see?
Yes.
That's the basically where the head would be of my saran wrap figure. That ball. That was on the right. About 3/4 up the wall. And one just passed me.
So I see, something that I see that I've not seen in a while here is like, almost like a blue, it's not orb, it's more like cloud, more like lightning cloud. I see like that energy floating there. That's what I see.
What would happen if you stuck your hand in it? Nothing?
I'll walk over and stick my hand in it. I've not ever had anything happen. Now, if I get pulled in, Robert bitches better come after me.
Okay, we will.
Okay, that was weird.
I'll bet it was.
So what was weird to me
What?
is the fact that I thought the corner.
I just got stuck in the eye with something. Something just poked me in the eye.
Who was it?
Yeah, there's something right over here. Right over here.
You're not allowed to touch people here.
3 things just passed right now. When you touched and opened, something went on either side of you.
Yep.
Find me. And they're here.
Okay, and I'm not gonna stay in here, I don't think, any longer.
Okay. You okay?
Yep, it was, yeah, I'm okay. She would tell me if it wasn't okay.
Yeah. I told her if I ever say leave, leave.
Yeah.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, or I should say good evening.
See where mine were.
Okay, thank you. I don't know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
What's your name?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what your name is?
Yeah. So whenever I stuck my hand in, what's weird?
It's very,
Yeah.
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 Whoever is hitting the bell, what's your name?
but it is a distinct difference.
Uh-huh.
But they're
Oh.
not, they,
It's not dangerous.
That's
No,
really
You're not
impressive.
in any danger.
no, but they're there, and there's a lot of them.
And
And there's somebody
what was
who-
weird for me was people reaching.
I'm
knowing
just
that
hoping
I
to
should touch
learn. I don't know.
No corner.
This is my first time
Like I
really
felt like if I wanted
communicating with the afterlife,
to, I went in.
and I'm just really trying to
Yeah, and you
understand.
can't get rid of them.
I have many loved ones that have crossed
Because we knew
over.
how to talk to all the spirits that didn't know the rest of the day,
Mm-hmm.
and that portal just dramatically decreased in
I
intensity.
think these guys
Is there
here
anybody here?
know
What's your
this.
name?
They come in.
Yeah, thank you. But what's your name? I'd love to know what your name is. My name's
Guy was,
Kathy.
it was- I guess if I had to pick a height, I'd say about yay tall.
Yeah.
I can't see
Okay.
faces, I can't see clothes, I see certain have shapes, they're not 3D.
Okay.
But they were walking, this throttle kind of on. And I don't know who that was, but they went in here.
Huh.
They went in here.
13 years? You've been here dead for 13 years? What's your name?
Y'all are more welcome to, y'all are totally welcome to leave your stuff like
Thank you.
sitting around. You don't have to worry about anything. Everything's on.
When when they speak with the woman's voice, does it detect the
It
gender?
doesn't
It
attack.
doesn't.
Detect gender.
Okay. So I don't know who's here. Do we have anybody here? Yeah? Well, I have 13 years here. Does that mean your age? Is that age? Or how long you've been dead?
What?
What?
Okay, we have a dog in here.
I just
No,
heard a dog bark.
I think he just mimicked me. Because he does that. I said, what? Because of the smart ass. That's the ancient one right there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well,
I
that was
like him.
interesting. He just told me where he was.
And where is he?
Hey, camera. He's literally right there by the camera.
Oh.
And he told me that.
That sounds about right. Because that's the corner he likes to hang out in. Pun intended.
Are these birds? What is it, bats or birds?
Probably bats, if I had to guess. Knowing our decor. Yeah, bats.
That was too funny. I was looking right at him and he goes, camera.
Did you just hear that?
So I couldn't Oh,
So the first
the
night I did a tour here, came in, I was like, hey spirits, this is Brent, I'm going to be whatever, and just trying to talk to them. So I'm at the door,
Hi.
I hear the people pull up, I go
My
out
name's Kathy.
to tell them,
Thank
I'm
you for
here.
visiting me.
And say, alright guys, y'all ready for a good
What's
night?
your name?
As I went to shut the door, they said, fuck off.
Yes, Brent's on the
Do you have a name? Can you tell me your name?
Remove.
I'm Kathy.
That was funny.
You want to remove me?
Very nice to
That's
meet
what it
you.
sounded like.
Funny.
Hey, Jackie, come on. Anything you want to say to me?
Is anybody else here
No, it's definitely
that would like to talk?
very cool.
You can communicate.
Yeah,
Just press one of these.
real little camera, but it's really cool.
Just press that red, that antenna there with the red.
Can you touch the robot?
Who's the one who poked me in the eye?
Do you know how?
Hey.
Do you know how to touch it, Jack? Okay. Can you make it go? Can you do that? Can you bring that other spirit in here? The other spirit, I don't know who it was. Do you know who he is? You know his name? He wasn't that tall, but he was real short. Any idea? Walter? Is there a Walter here? Or a Robert here?
I've heard the name Robert before.
Robert, are you in here?
This battery's almost dead.
Robert?
Really?
Yeah.
I got another,
Pack.
Robert, are you in here?
that's funny, because I just replaced the battery.
Of course you did. Don't they drain?
Yeah.
He said
Mike?
Robert again.
Is that your name, Mike?
Okay. You touch it, it gets brighter. You have to touch that.
Yeah.
I can't make it.
13 years. Are you Mike?
Religion?
If you're here, come touch this. There you go. See that? That's my brother's name, Mike. He passed more than a year ago. I miss him terribly.
Robert became Saint Joseph. You became Joseph.
If you need energy, just touch this. This will give you
Yes,
energy.
are. Definitely are. He says he's a strong being.
Yeah. What? They feel really different tonight for some reason.
Oh, he's saying that he doesn't like us.
Hmm.
Is it a bad change or a good change? Just different.
Different.
Just different. Like I've never felt unsafe in here. Felt tonight.
No, I know.
Um,
I want to know who passed by me, the two that passed by me.
yeah.
And I want to know who they are.
And.
Like, and what would you like for us to do about it?
Uh-huh. So what does it mean when it just goes up and down, up and down?
It means it's sensing something.
Okay.
Square devil power.
So the ancient one loves to get people's gooses, especially
Hey,
like,
Mike?
for example, the other night, the two
Mike?
Spanish ladies that were here. First
Can you
word
touch that
out
little
of the
ball
portal
that's there?
was demon.
Nice. It says alone.
And
Boom. Yeah, dude, you know, I don't hear that. I'm sorry.
yeah, so we don't have any
Just touch the
demons
little
here.
ball right next to it
The only
too.
demon we have here is probably
And it will
the
light
ancient
up.
one that he likes to do
I
that.
like
He
pretty
likes
lights.
to play with people. And so usually I just laugh at him and say,
Yeah.
okay,
I get it.
that's cute.
It says finish.
All right, ancient one. I love you, dude.
I'm gonna go in the portal room.
How do you, turn this on again?
Which one?
This, coffin thing?
There's a switch. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a switch right here on the end, right there.
Yes, very much so.
Oh, it's on top. Oh, I see.
And then it
Okay.
blinds you.
Okay. Good to know. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm right here. Could the spirit that came through just a little bit ago, can you tell me who you are? Can you tell me who you are? I know you came through, I know you're here. Maine.
Maine.
Yeah.
Are you from Maine?
Oh, thank you. Oh, no, you're good.
I'm gonna go in there now.
Okay.
Hello, good evening, everybody. How are you? What's your name? This is Jack's room? Can I sit?
Is it all right if I sit? Am I too close?
A little wobbly.
Am I too close to you?
Hey, I'm Kathy. Sit next to me, whoever my friend. Who's here? Is there somebody here? You're very quiet for the feel of us. Desperate? Can you repeat? I've heard desperate, but I don't know.
That's what I heard, Kathy.
Okay. Am I desperate? No. Are you desperate?
Oh, guess what? I have a dude in here. By the creepy clown thing. See him?
Mm-hmm.
So I have Maine, my 13-year-old.
Yeah. I see. Head text stars.
Is that an obvious or is it?
What are you trying to
Yeah.
tell me? I'm not sure I understand. I'm not like Sheila. I'm just so silly.
I literally just got it reflecting down here.
Yeah, that's the demon. That's cool.
Text stars iron. Hey, you're right here holding the doll. What's your name?
That's me.
Is that you?
Yep, that was me.
See? I know you're still here. What? Are you able to talk into this, machine that I have here? So I can read it? Talk? It's kind of like the
Can
floor
you
that
move
you're
over
going
here and
through.
touch this? Can I set this in the crib?
Yes.
I don't see nothing. I wanna see if it's scaring him
No, they must
away
be
or.
following you around.
He's right next to it.
I sure do.
All I'm getting is material July off.
I got May 9, 13 here.
Can you tell me what your name is? Can you give me your name? I'm pretty sure your name's not Truck. Can you try again? For me, please?
That's me again.
Okay. So these things have things attached to it. Oh, look at you, you're one.
Yes, I am.
Whoa, okay, that was not me.
That was not you?
Nope.
That's good.
Do you have your,
That was not a truck on the road.
That was not me there either.
oh, interesting.
Are you trying to get me to leave the room?
Well, I saw all the, somebody keeps ringing the bell, so I thought I'd try to.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want me to leave the room?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you okay if I stay?
It's funny because sometimes you can actually hear them having conversations still.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Noise.
Do you know how come I can't see, the XLS with the lights off, but
Do
she
you know
can?
who it is making the noise? It's funny that I get a thing over by those roses.
Is it in the settings maybe?
I don't know. I literally just downloaded it.
Okay,
Well,
I'm
this
gonna
is-
go in the other.
Oh, it's disabled. You've
Follow.
pre-used it.
He wants me to follow.
Okay. I
Okay,
just make
follow.
sure you.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
I'm going to follow.
That was not me. Nor you. That was somebody over there.